I just saw this today. This my CrossFit coach emailed to all of the attendees, whatever, the people that pay him to come do CrossFit. 99% of those who died from the virus had other illness, Italy says. And this is like March the 18th, this came out. More than 99% of Italy's coronavirus fatalities were people who suffered from previous medical conditions.
I saw that article.
According to a study by the country's National Health Authority. After deaths from the virus reached more than 2,500 with a 150% increase in the past week. There again, that's what's scary about it, is like it hockey sticks. Health authorities have been combing through data to provide clues to help combat the spread of the disease. Prime Minister, government is evaluating whether to extend a national lockdown, blah, blah, blah. So it says the new study could provide insight into why Italy's death rate at about 8% of total infected people is higher than in other countries.
Well, the reason why they have a high death rate is because they're literally choosing who lives and who dies.
Here's the other thing too.
But it's also an aging country.
They are the second oldest population in the world.
Right.
And the first in Europe.
Yeah, and the other thing to go with that is, I'm sure that we're referencing the same thing too. Like 87% of the people that have died from this are over 70. Not only do they have pre-existing things, they are over 70 years old, and they're going to be typically more vulnerable to the flu, to this, to any kind of disease.
Well, yeah, 100%. However, and this isn't fatalities, but this is people that have infected disease. I didn't believe this when I first heard this a few days ago, and so I went on the Department of Tennessee's Health on the website, and it is true. And then yesterday I looked at it again. In Davidson County, the people that have gotten it, the bulk of the people are between 20 and 40 years old. Now they're not dying,
right?
But the people that got it are a younger demographic. And I understand most of the population is a younger population in Davidson County, but not to that extreme. So I don't think it's the type of thing where it's like, oh man, I'm not 80 yet, like I'm fine. Like I think there's more to it than that. But also statistically, you're right. But just to wrap up this Italy thing. They said that the Rome-based institute has examined medical records of about 18% of the country's coronavirus fatalities. And they found that of that 18% of total fatalities, just 3 victims, or 0.8% of the total, had no previous pathology. Now, here's the thing, though. So here's a graph right here. 25% of the fatalities had one other illness. 25% of the fatalities had 2 other illnesses. 48% of the fatalities had 3 or more illnesses. Okay, that all sounds very positive, but here's the thing. They're considering these pre-existing medical conditions. Guess what makes the list? High blood pressure, diabetes, and heart disease. So it's like you start feeling positive about it because it's like these pre-existing conditions.
And then we're
not talking about terminal cancer. We're not talking about terminal cancer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not talking about like right on the edge of heart. Like we're talking about like diabetes, high blood pressure. Like there's a lot, that's rampant.